Good day, here are today's top stories from the Pna Headlines. The Department of Agriculture, or DA, said that the government's assistance in intensifying agricultural support and increasing areas harvested for palay have helped fuel the Philippines' historic high yield for the first half of the year. Based on the Philippine Statistics Authority's latest data, the country hit over 9.077 million metric tons of palay production from January to June. It is higher than the previous 9.026 metric tons for the same period in 2023 and 8.53 million metric tons last year. Agriculture Assistant Secretary Arnel de Mesa said the government's intervention focusing on food security and affordability is in line with directives of President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. He added that the all-time high yield was driven by an increase in hectares of harvest areas alongside good weather conditions. Furthermore, the PSA data showed that palay harvested areas jumped to more than 2.12 million hectares, higher than 2.065 million hectares for the same period in 2024. De Mesa said that farmers may have been encouraged by last year's higher earnings despite higher production costs, as the average farm gate price of palay rose to 23.48 pesos in 2024 from 19.88 pesos in 2023. This increase on farm gate prices led to higher gross returns of 95.906 pesos per hectare and net return of 36,211 per hectare based on PSA data. With the output for the first half of 2025, De Mesa expressed optimism that the Philippines may hit its record high target of 20.46 million metric tons of annual palay production. President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr.'s bloodless anti-drug campaign remained effective, with more than 153,000 drug suspects arrested and over 80 billion pesos worth of drugs seized from July 2022 to June 2025. During the post-State of the Nation address discussion in San Juan City, Interior Secretary John Vic Rimulya said that the administration's drug war is functioning without killing anyone. Rimulya lamented the previous administration's reward system in its anti-narcotics drive and a supposed practice of only submitting a small portion of its drug haul while storing the rest. He also noted a decrease in the demand and supply of illegal drugs, stating that the government agencies had seized a total of only 6 tons in the last 8 months. Meanwhile, Philippine Drug Enforcement Agency, or PDEA Director General Isagani Neres attributed the success of the administration's anti-drug campaign to the shift to an enhanced strategy that emphasizes human rights. Neres noted how the number of arrested high-value targets rose to over 9,600 in the last 3 years. Based on PDEA data, the government has netted 82.79 billion pesos worth of drugs, including shabu, cocaine, ecstasy tablets, and marijuana. In the same period, a total of 153,206 drug suspects have been arrested in over 113,000 operations nationwide, and over 1,400 drug dens and 5 secret shabu laboratories have been dismantled. Furthermore, 29,471 out of 42,000 villages have been declared drug-cleared, while 4,062 are still in the clearing process. During his SONA, Marcos acknowledged the speed at which these accomplishments have been achieved and vowed that the government will remain relentless in its fight against illegal drugs trade in the country. The Department of Transportation, or DOTr Secretary Vince Dizon said 6 more Dalian trains will be operational before the end of 2025, with the rest of the 48 trains on track to be functional next year. During the 2025 post-State of the Nation address session, Dizon said the additional trains are inclined with President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr.'s call to serve more passengers of the Metro Rail Transit Line 3 or MRT3 using Dalian trains.
Alam mo, itong mga Dalian train na ito, 10 taon mahigit na, no? Since ito'y mga nabili. sabi nga ng Pangulo natin, no, sayang. Sayang eh. Ano yan? 48 trains yan. No? 48 train yan. Na nandun lang sa depot natin, sa ilalim ng Trinoma.
Inaalikabukan?
Inaalikabok, kinakalawang. So sabi ng Pangulo, hindi na pwede yan. No? Masyado nang matagal yung 10 taon na binayaran yan, no, partially ng gobyerno. Dapat yan, ang pangako niyan, magamit para lalong bumilis ang pagbiyahe sa MRT para hindi na masyado naghihintay ng matagal yung ating mga kababayan, hindi na masyado mahaba ang pila. So kailangan ayusin na natin.
Dizon said the MRT3's Japanese maintenance provider Sumitomo Corporation is working on solving technical issues of the Dalian trains to ensure its safety. To date, 3 Dalian trains are operating at the MRT3. In his 4th SONA, Marcos ordered more Dalian trains to be utilized at the MRT3 before the year ends, with all 48 trains to be functional by 2026. The Land Transportation Office, or LTO, is encouraging everyone to take advantage of the eGov.ph mobile app and the agency's online driver's license renewal system, or ODLRS, to renew their licenses online. LTO Chief Vigor Mendoza II on Wednesday instructed all regional directors to launch an information campaign to promote the ODLRS in line with President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr.'s order to harness digital platforms for government transactions. Mendoza cited the advantages of the online system, particularly its availability nationwide and in select countries, preventing interference from fixers and corruption, and the convenience of applying for driver's licenses without physically going to LTO offices. The LTO is also looking to improve the integrated telemedicine feature of the ODLRS to help users who need to book a telemedicine appointment online for their licensing requirements. Mendoza assured the LTO is always finding ways to provide fast and comfortable services to their clients, from driver's license to vehicle registration. To date, the government has launched license renewal caravans promoting the ODLRS to serve overseas Filipinos in Taiwan and Osaka, Japan. Additional global launches are planned in the Middle East, Europe, and North America. And in our business news, an official of the Department of Trade and Industry, or DTI, said the Philippines may possibly sign a free trade agreement, or FTA, with Chile this year. DTI Undersecretary Alan Jepti said after the initial round of talks in Chile this month, they are on track to conclude the Comprehensive Economic Partnership Agreement, or CEPA, the first to be signed with a Latin American country. Jepti said the CEPA involves several factors such as intellectual property, competition, services, investments, financial services, digital trade, customs procedure, and trade facilitation. He said this will expand the country's FTA network and support its direction to diversify the market and create business opportunities. Jepti said the next round of talks will be held in the Philippines in the first week of October. The Philippines exports personal care products to Chile, such as deodorant, while Chile exports to the Philippines processed foods items such as wine, salmon, and other meat products. The Philippines also aims to offer services sector to Chile. Meanwhile, the provincial government of Ilocos Norte is inviting all entrepreneurs to join this year's search for the province's best business concept. The contest will focus on newly developed technologies, information technology-based systems, smart tools, and solutions aligned with sustainability and entrepreneurship. The province's Micro, Small, and Medium Enterprises Office, or MSMEO, said the annual contest aims to entice more Ilocanos to venture into business and participate in boosting the province's economy. The deadline for submission of business plans is on October 10, 2025. 15 participants will be shortlisted to be part of the exclusive Adalken Sirmata or Knowledge and Vision Innovators Group, where they will receive mentoring at the Ilocos Norte MSME Incubation Center. This year's grand prize winner per category will take home 30,000 pesos, while the runners-up will receive 15,000 pesos. And those are the latest and the biggest stories from the Pna Headlines. For more news updates, visit our website, pna.gov.ph, or our Facebook and X account, Philippine News Agency. You may also watch the Pna Headlines through the Philippine News Agency's YouTube account and via the News and Information Bureau website under PNA News. I am William Theo. This is the Pna Headlines, bringing you stories that unite the nation.